in connection with my previous videos, which was based on properties of amines, I am again with you to discuss the important properties of amines. First of all, I want to explain about the reactivity of amines. Amines are more reactive compounds, and its reactivity is because of the following reasons. First, now here are three types of amines: primary amines, secondary amines, and tertiary amines. Amines are very reactive compounds, and its reactivity is because of, first, difference in electronegativity in between the nitrogen and hydrogen, so that these are polar compounds. As we know, the electronegativity of nitrogen is 3.0, whereas electronegativity of hydrogen is 2.1. Because of this difference in their electronegativity, all the amines are polar in nature and they are reactive. Second point, nitrogen atom of amine contains lone pair of electrons, so that it is capable to donate these two electrons to other compounds and makes it more reactive. And third point, the presence of active hydrogen. It is observed by the formula: primary contains two active hydrogens, secondary contains one hydrogen, and there is no hydrogen. So because of variation in number of hydrogen in all three amines, they differ in their reactivity. So in this way, you will have to remember the reactivity of amines. It is based on difference in electronegativity. Second, presence of lone pair electron at the nitrogen atom, and third point, variation in the number of hydrogen at the nitrogen. Now, in this sequence, we will discuss boiling point. Regarding the boiling points, it is clear that amines are polar compound. Therefore, amines have higher boiling points than those hydrocarbons which have comparable molecular mass. For example, if we are going to compare with the boiling point of C2H5NH2 and C3H8, propane and ethylamine both have the same molecular mass, little bit variation in their molecular mass. Even then, the boiling point of ethylamine is much higher than this propane. This is because it is polar in nature and it has tendency to form intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Now, the most important point is that the boiling points among the isomeric amines, if we discuss about that, it is noted that CH3NHH, CH3CH2 and CH3, because of greater number of hydrogen at the primary amine, it has greater tendency to form extensive hydrogen bonding. Because of extensive hydrogen bonding, it gets associated to form big molecules, macromolecules, so that the primary amines have higher boiling point followed by secondary amine, and least boiling point is that of tertiary amine. Hence, the order of boiling point may be represented like this: primary, followed by secondary and tertiary. boiling point increases. Primary has highest boiling points and tertiary has lowest boiling point in case of isomeric amines. In case of isomeric amines, this is very important questions, and most of the times regarding the physical property of amines, it has great value and it may be asked in the examinations. That's all. Now we move about order of basicity. Basic strength. As we have already discussed that the aliphatic amines have higher basic strength than ammonia, or in simple way we can say the aliphatic amines are more basic than ammonia. Example: CS3, NH, NHHH. As it has been already told to you, the basic strength of ammonia, basic strength of amines, primary amine here is methylamine, methenamine. This is because of presence of methyl group. It causes plus I effect, so that electron density increases at the nitrogen atom, and it can easily donate these lone pair electrons to other compounds, which makes it more basic than this ammonia, because there is no any plus I effect. Because of lack of plus I effect, it usually as usual donates the electron, whereas it has intensification, overcrowding of electron, which can be easily donated. Now the comparison of basic strength among the primary, secondary and tertiary amine. For example, CS3NH2, CS3 whole twice NH, and CS3 whole thrice N. Primary methylamine, secondary amine, tertiary amine. Methylamine, methenamine, dimethylamine, N-methyl-methenamine, trimethylamine, N-dimethyl-methenamine. Primary, tertiary amine, secondary amine and primary amine. Now see the structure. It is clear from structure, if only the sole criteria, only one criteria which determines the basic strength is plus I effect. On the basis of that effect, it should be the most basic. Tertiary should be the most basic, and primary should be the least basic. Means if on the basis of plus I effect, if basic strength is going to be decided, so it should follow most basic, followed by secondary, and it is least basic. But it isn't like this. The order is something different. Basic strength of aliphatic amines or amines depends on three factors. First is plus I effect. Second is solvation of ions. And third is steric hindrance. Basic strength of amines depends on three factors. First is plus I effect, that is inductive effect. Second is solvation of ion, which is based on stability of cation, that is conjugate acid, which is formed by the acceptance of a proton from water. As much as the hydrogen bonding increases, the stability of cation also increases. And third point is steric hindrance, that is overcrowding of nitrogen. as much as the alkyl group increases like this, there are three alkyl group, CH3, CH3 and CH3. Three alkyl group. Nitrogen is surrounded by the three alkyl group, so it causes a hindrance. Because of this steric hindrance, there is very less tendency to form intermolecular hydrogen bonding during the solvation of ions. So in regarding that point of view, one factor, second factor, third factor, but the actual order of basic strength in case of primary, secondary and tertiary methylamine, CH3 NH, CH3 NH2 and CH3 N and at last ammonia. On the basis of practical experiment, it has been found, and it is true, the order of basic strength is secondary is the most basic, followed by primary, then tertiary and at last ammonia. That is ammonia. This happens when it is in the solution, means the simple point which we must have and you must have, keep in your mind that the basic strength of all three type of methylamines, primary methylamine, secondary methylamine and tertiary methylamine, in the aqueous solution. In aqueous solution, basic strength of primary, secondary and tertiary methylamines follows the order. Secondary is the most basic, thereafter primary and tertiary. If you want to remember it, you can learn by this: 2, 1, 3, 0. 2 for secondary, 1 for primary, 3 for tertiary, 0 for ammonia. So this is the correct order of basic strength of all three type of isomeric methylamine in the solution. Now question arises, why it follows this order? This is because, as just I told you, the basic strength of amine based on three factor. First is plus I effect, second is solvation of ion, and third is steric hindrance. So it is noted that the resultant magnitude of all these factors is predominant, very high in case of secondary, thereafter primary and at last in the tertiary. Hence, it is, I want to make it clear, the resultant magnitude of inductive effect, plus I effect, solvation of ion, steric hindrance is high in this case, which makes it most basic. Thereafter, because of a small alkyl group, steric hindrance is not so dominant factor in this case, which can resist the intermolecular hydrogen bonding in this case, and during the hydration it forms CH3 NH3 cation, that is conjugate acid, due to presence of three active hydrogen in the solution, in the water, in the solution. It forms three hydrogen bond. It forms maximum number of hydrogen bonding because of extensive hydrogen bonding in primary amine in the solution. The primary amine in aqueous solution, the carbocation that is formed after accepting a proton is more or up to large extent stabilized by due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Therefore, the availability of hydroxyl ion remains in the solution higher as compared to this one, which is overcrowded by the 3-methyl group. So my dear student, it is very confusing and very important question for the examination. You must remember in your mind that in case of methyl, secondary is the most basic, followed by the primary and thereafter tertiary, and at last ammonia. Now we move towards the ethylamine. C2H5NH2, C2H5NH, C2H5 3N, and amines other than primary amines follows the sequence like secondary, tertiary, primary, and ammonia. In the aqueous solution, the order of basic strength in case of ethylamine are bigger amines having larger alkyl group. They follow. Secondary is the most basic, thereafter tertiary, and primary is the least basic, and at last ammonia. As you know, the aliphatic amines are always far most basic than the ammonia. Thus the correct sequence in the solution, in aqueous solution, correct sequence: secondary ethylamine C2H5 whole twice NH, thereafter C2H5, tertiary amine C2H5 NH2, and this is the correct sequence. Ethylamine secondary, diethylamine, N-ethylethanamine, N-diethylethanamine, tertiary ethylamine, primary amine, ethanamine, and ammonia. Most basic, secondary, most basic. So what is the difference which you notice that in case of ethylamine it is here and this is here, but other than ethylamine all the amines except methylamine follows this order. Now if we talk about the basic order in non-aqueous solvent or in gaseous phase, the important factor which decide basic strength, that is only the plus I effect, inductive effect. So because of larger alkyl group which causes greater amount of plus I effect, so that intensification of electron at the nitrogen is maximum and it can easily, more conveniently donate the electrons, and it is the most basic. So in tertiary followed by secondary and primary, and then ammonia. In gas phase or non-aqueous solvent. So thus there are 3 points: methylamine, ethylamine, and ethylamine and aqueous solution, and all type of amines in gaseous phase or non-aqueous solvent. This is the correct order of basic strength. Now comparison of basic strength, aromatic and aliphatic amine. Example: aliphatic amine, here is example is methenamine, methylamine. Aromatic amine, example is benzenamine or aniline. Stronger base, comparatively weaker base. Why is the difference in the basicity, or why they differ in their basic strength? The main point is that first, because of plus R effect of nitrogen, these lone pair electrons disperse to the benzene rings like this. In this way, there are three structures. So in short, because of resonance effect, that is pulsar effect, in benzene ring, lone pair electron disperse is donated by the nitrogen to the benzene ring, and so that due to the resonance structure, there are four resonating structures which stabilize the aniline. Hence, there is no longer availability of lone pair electron at the nitrogen atoms, and it cannot donate the lone pair electrons, and it is weaker. However, in this case, in aliphatic amines, there is plus I effect. Here is plus R effect, here is plus I effect. Due to plus I effect, the intensification of lone pair electrons takes place at the nitrogen atom. In other words, we can say because of greater availability or higher electron density at the nitrogen in aliphatic amine, it can easily donate the electrons, so it is stronger base than benzenamine or aromatic amine. Aliphatic amines are more basic than aromatic amines. In short, you can remember the anilinium ion, which is formed by the acceptance of proton, has very little stability. It has negligible importance. In case of methenamine or methylamine, there is no plus R effect, and the carbocations are conjugate acid, which is formed by the acceptance of a proton like this, can be stabilized up to greater extent due to the intermolecular hydrogen bonding, extensive intermolecular hydrogen bonding, but it doesn't have tendency to form anilinium ion. Anilinium ion is when only two structures are possible. Because of little contribution of structures, these are unstable, very less stable rather than this one. In aniline, there are 5 resonating structures which makes it more stable comparatively this one. Hence, it has very less tendency to convert into anilinium ion, but it has greater tendency to convert into cations because of extensive hydrogen bonding. So, what is the point which you must remember, that all the aliphatic amines are much more. My dear students, if you have any problem or any questions or any topic which you want to discuss or which you want to decide on the priority basis, you can ask me, and as I always requested to you, whatever your problem, you can contact me with my mobile numbers, and you can subscribe me Tripathi channels in YouTube. Thank you. Good night.